Hey you guys, LH signing in, bringing you what is 100% authentic and can never be manufactured. Hey you guys, yes, I am back in ghetto ass Georgia, and yeah, this Georgia's definitely kind of ghetto, but anyways, it's all good. I have love for it. It's treated me partial, treated me pretty good, and to tell you the truth, coming from California, yes, I had a beautiful trip. I had a chance to meet my niece, and it was just a good time. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful experience. It's always good being in my land in perfect weather, and I can't ask for anything more than that. Right now, I'm back in Georgia, and I don't mind. I do not mind coming back because I have to make my money. I'm not gonna take any, did not take any summer classes, so I'm happy about that, and that's a little bit less stress for me. So yeah, I don't mind going back, coming back, and going to day-to-day grind. I have a lot of stuff I need to do, and prepared for August. August is a busy month for me. I'm at starting school, and there's also potential trip. But yeah, I don't mind coming back. I definitely have to make my money. And as you can see, I have braids. I got braids for the first time. My sister-in-law hooked me up. Shout out to sis-in-law. But yeah, she hooked me up. So yeah, I got a new look out of it. So what I want to talk to you about, I kind of want to talk about, you know, uh, one experience as I was coming back to Atlanta. I arrived at the Atlanta Hartfield, Jackson Hartfield Airport, and it's no secret. I've noticed that since 9/11, being in airports and in airlines and riding on certain airlines and planes, it's been very what's the word? Very high anxiety, kind of a lot of pressure and discomfort, and for a lot of people, airlines make people on edge, and that's consistent with what we've been seeing in the news. I saw, I think I'll post it, but I saw a couple of videos, one from Spirit Airlines, and God knows what I know. I mean, I can understand Spirit Airlines is terrible. I tried them once, but they were cheap, and that's what you get. But I will never make that mistake again. And then another one I believe was on Southwest or Jet. I don't know, but there was fights. But it's no surprise. I mean, and these recent things going on with airlines like JetBlue and United and so forth. And rightfully so, it's very high anxiety and a lot of stress, I guess, flying airplanes now. But naturally, I had some good experiences. But on my way back, coming into Atlanta, trying to depart to get my luggage and leave the airport, I noticed as I got off the plane, I met a friend, I met someone um, on the plane, and we connected and exchanged numbers, and we decided to walk on the platform, off the platform. And I don't know if you guys know, uh, I can't think of the name. Do you know the moving platforms that go up and down? And they're not elevators, but they are like steps, and they go up. They're like tricycles, or I don't know how to call it, but there's one that goes up, and there's one that you walk down. You can walk. Instead of there's one going this way, like back, and there's one going forward, and then there's of course the walkway. So I'm going on the one going forward um, to the what do you call it? The luggage claim, and me and my friend obviously don't want to walk. She's on the right, I'm on the left, and there's a whole bunch of people on the platform, majority white people, and they're behind us, okay? And for some white people who feel that emboldened and that privileged that they would get on this platform. Mind you, I had one who had class and had manners to say, excuse me, if she knew she was going to walk on the platform. But my thing is, if you don't want to be behind someone on this platform, why don't you just get on the floor and just walk? Common sense tells you to walk, right? I had some idiots, okay, after this lady, after the classy lady, okay, the couple. But you have a few idiots, including this fat, pregnant, obese man who wanted to walk, who wanted to not only walk and not say excuse me, but bump and then have the nerve to say something afterwards. Now, mind you, I was going off on a lot of these people, but especially it didn't happen until this man especially wanted to say right away is on the right and all that. And my friend was like, no, well, you need to be on the right and get off the platform. I said, why are you even talking? You should be walking. Nothing, you look like you may bust in a minute. I said, you should shut up and stay behind or walk. I said, you can't afford not to walk, anyways, as big as you are. That's how frank I am with people. Don't say shit to me. If you know you're on the wrong, don't say shit to me because I will bring that shit back to you. I hurt people's feelings and I don't give a damn about it. This may be Trump's America, but Trump's America will get you fucking hurt. Now the least we can do is fucking talk, and I'm gonna tell you shit that you may not want to hear. You may cry from it, but one thing about me is, you say some shit, I'm gonna say something back, and God forbid if you hit me, oh, you got something, you got on, you got something coming to you, and you got probably got a good, you probably see a good amount of fucking stars because I don't fucking play that. You hit me, oh yeah, I'm handing that ass back to you. But that's just what I want to mention. Just these arrogant ass idiots, and that's exactly what I call them. And I had I did not care that I was calling me my friend. We were just going off, we were going back and forth. And a lot of these people, it looked like they looked mad. They wanted to do. Listen, I wanted them to do something, but they weren't. They knew they had no fucking manners, and they needed to say fucking excuse me. And listen, you thinking that you have your Führer in this office is gonna get you fucking hurt. Now, I have respect for a small population who have manners and see people as such respectful. But I don't have respect for you bastards, you bigot bastards who think you're above everybody, you arrogant idiot Neanderthals. And, I'm only speaking to a population who are obviously white supremacists. So the ones who are winning, and I think you guys are beautiful, but the other ones are fucking ugly peasants who think they're above everybody, and they need to get over themselves, or they're gonna get their asses hurt. But you guys, with that, besides all that being mentioned, I did see I Am Not Your Negro, and I just want to mention the fact that I just loved that documentary. It kind of rehashed and solidified what my feelings and my, oh my god, what I had been saying. What I always believed was the case. I told my mom, and me and my mom, obviously we disagree a lot of things. We never could agree. But one thing she could not deny, it solidified all of the things that I said, which is that a lot of us black people don't know our own history. And for us to be able to move on, we have to be able to solidify, acknowledge, and our own history. And I know that may sound crazy. Like, how can you not acknowledge your own history? Normally, it's the adversaries or people who don't want us to succeed that don't want to acknowledge what they did or acknowledge our history. But yes, we have a huge amount, especially my young generation, my generation. Maybe not necessarily my generation, but the millennials, yes, for sure, who don't even know their own history or hear about it and don't really think too much of it, and that's a problem. Um, my friend Candy mentions that in her excerpt in her book, and it's very true. For us to be able to reconcile, be able to make changes, it's like anything else. Like the Jews, you must learn from history so that it could never happen again, right? It's common sense. You learn to move on, to you learn, you make mistakes, you learn these mistakes, and you learn from the mistakes so you don't make these mistakes again. And so that's common sense. So I proved that right about my mom. She said, why don't that's history, and it's not good to harp on the history. That's fine. You don't have to harp on it. Your history is not you, but you definitely need to think about it. And it applies. Just because it's history does not mean it can't happen again. They say history can repeats itself, and so that is very important to think of. And it also raised questions about this country. Yes, maybe a small population. There's a small population like there is today that don't have the views of this just ignorant, tyrant, bigoted man. But a lot of them obviously do because, listen, if this racism, in order for it to succeed, you have to have a strong support from the population. And my thing is, how come all of this institutional and overt racism is not gone? It raises the question, we still see it to this day, and why is it still here if the huge population didn't feel the same way, right? So we're still fighting the same battle, and yes, there were a good amount of people, white people and all types, coming together in the civil rights movement, but they were killed by their countrymen who looked just like them. And my thing is, it just raises that question. If you don't like something, you either are in, you either uh, try to fight it and fight to demolish it, or you do something to show that you're against it. And my question is, will the real non-white supremacists raise their hand and stand up? That's the question, and that's what it really boils down to. I don't trust anybody unless I see them by their actions, and that's how I'm going to be to the day I die. Unless you show me otherwise and you prove otherwise, then there's something that I may see in you that may be humanity. But until then, like anybody else, until proven guilty, and that's how it is. You may say, oh well, no one owes you anything, no one has to prove anything. That's fine, but to be around me and be in my presence, oh, you're gonna have to prove yourself to me. And yeah, that's just what I mentioned. I saw, and I hope I got some neurons to think, and I got some thought processes to formate, because that's what it boils down to. It if you are against something, you either speak out, unless you are silence, which is in compliance. You are complying with it. You're complying with the thought process. You are allowing it to happen. And that means you are in cahoots with it. That means you're in compliance. You are uh, siding with white supremacy if you don't speak up. If you're a white person and you don't speak up against it, you're in compliance with it. That's what that says to me. If I see a crime and I don't speak up, or I act like I didn't see anything, I'm in compliance with it. Guilty by association. So that's what I want people to think about. And that's really what it boils down to. And that's how I'm going to look at you. And I encourage everybody to think and look at people like that don't say anything about it. You should, as long as any disenfranchisement is going on, you should not be idly on the side, silent, and not going with it. Granted, I know people are scared, but in order for something to change, you have to say something when something is wrong. And I'm always going to speak against something that's wrong, including those idiots that I saw on the airline. Just stupid and no class and trash, which I let them know they were trash and no class. Rightfully so. You have no manners. You have no home training. Oh yeah, I'll let you know how you look. You look like beasts and just flat out barbarics. But anyways, uh, hope everyone is having a good Monday. This is my little rant and review. Um, but I hope you guys see I Am Not Your Negro. I was very proud of it. In the words of, what was that? Mr. Baldwin. Uh, that movie really succeeded my expectations. I got a little bit of knowledge of James Baldwin, um, and him and Langston Hughes to me really spoke. Uh, they were visionaries and literally, like as far as writing goes, geniuses, and just really spoke the truth at whatever cost, no matter what the cost was, and didn't care flatly. I mean, you have to be 100% honest to be 100% correct and 100% to change a mode. But yeah, I very much encourage you guys to see I'm Not Your Negro, and I'm very glad that I got to see it with my family. My mom decided she wanted to see, and I'm glad she did because there was a discussion, disagreement at first about certain things, but you have to be honest. What you see in this world, you have to kind of put into context. Granted, not everybody thinks like a white supremacist. Not everyone thinks like a coon or a bedwench. But if you've been indoctrinated to thinking like these things, you have to come into uh, acknowledgement that these things are going on with you or with other people. So yeah, check that out. Check out I Am Not Your Negro, you guys. Be safe out there. I know I will be. And yeah, remember, stay true to thyself, and whatever is real, 100% can never be threatened. All right, you guys. Peace and love. Checking out. Bye.